Last time on Tribal States, we decided it was time to get into diamond tools and begin enchanting. This led us down the road of building our village library. We went through a couple of designs for this, but in the end we settled on the one you're seeing right now. It has everything that we need for a starting library. From 4 walls and a roof, a couple of lean-tos, and some really cool windows. Not to mention a fully decked out interior with bookshelves, books, and most importantly, a mending villager. And not to forget the enchanting room itself. All in all, this addition to our city made it feel a little bit more alive, but it's still feeling very empty and very neglected. So today, I plan to fix that. Alrighty folks, I'm Casey and welcome to a brand new episode of Tribal States, guys. If you haven't already, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button and maybe even ring that bell, unless you know every single time I upload a video, but you already know what the bell does because every single creator says it. But either way, I want to get started on today's project, and today's first build project actually isn't a build project at all. The first thing that I want to do is I want to combine this pickaxe with this pickaxe, so I've got a good silk touch pickaxe. The only trouble with that is I really do not have the iron. No, I really do mean it. I do not have the iron. This is the extent of my iron. So I need to go caving for a little bit. It took me a little bit, but I got enough for the anvil, and we even have some iron in change, which is awesome. Now I can actually start combining my Unbreaking 3 efficiency pickaxe with, we'll go with the silk touch one. That way around is 10 levels. This way around is 12 levels. So we'll do it this way. And we'll call this Casey's Silky Pick. Just like that. First task today is to take this cow pen and this wheat field and transform it into a little home along with a proper pen and some nice lovely farmland to go with it. So I set to work moving the cows into a smaller pen so that I had room to work. Next up was killing the overpopulated field of cows I had obtained.
Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead.
Would you look at that? All the cows that I've killed in this world, and we've only got one single cow head. We do have the data pack that allows you to get mob heads on here at a very low chance, but we've only got one cow head out of 434 that have been felled by my blade. At least we have enough leather and food to sort of keep us going between now and whenever, you know, whenever. Now that we've got a plain sandbox to work with, we can go ahead and start just laying down some of the ideas. And I kind of want to position the house like right here. And I've got this really cool idea. I want to set it up on stilts, and I kind of want it to go in a sort of shape like this. I know this is a traditional L shape, but I think it'll look really, really cool. I'm just sort of getting a base to that. So this is kind of what I want. I'm thinking something like this. But then over here, we're going to have another lean-to coming out, maybe like this. So you get a bit of a shape here. And I want to try to break up that traditional blocky style that Minecraft houses go with. So I think we'll also put a chimney in, maybe here, to break up the shape. And I think that looks good. I think I do want to make this a little bit bigger, though, on this angle right here. But again, this is just a concept here. Just giving you the idea. Now, the road is going to go through here like so. We're going to take the road all the way down to about here. We are actually going to be doing the road in this episode too. I think we're going to take the road to about here. And my goal is to have this entire area sorted out. So I'm thinking we can have a nice, really cool field here. But I would like some sort of pathway coming out the back down here to maybe a little dock here. And then we can have, I don't know, where can we put the animal pen? I think it'd be really cool to have fields here. But what about if we have the animal pen sort of attached to the house? Maybe something like this. We can have the cow pen, and then we can have the wheat field going around it. And then maybe on this side, I do want to peel this back, not all the way, because don't go flat, okay? Work with elevation. Maybe out here we come and we have another pen of cows. Because I like one field that I'm building up, one field that I'm culling. And then we can bring this sort of around into about here. And then you sort of get the idea that I'm going for. So you can see from this aerial view, the idea that I've got in mind for this and how it's going to look. Along with some sprawling wheat fields, I do want to put some other things out there as well, not just wheat fields. But for right now, wheat is what I've got, so wheat is what I'm going to grow. Anyway, I think the first task is to get to work on that house. So step one is to sort of work on the front. I want to get the entranceway into this done first. And I've got a kind of idea of how I want this to go. And we're going to be using spruce slabs. So I want this to be raised up 1, like so. And I want this to kind of come across 2 and then wrap around. And then what we can do is we can just wrap that round again. Which means I do need to bring this out a little bit more. But I think that's going to be the idea for the decking right there. And then what I want here is we can go with some spruce fences, some spruce pillars right there and there. And we'll take this up just a couple. So you get this sort of like entranceway right here. And then when we get back to the house, we're actually going to keep it fairly simple. It's just going to be an oak log on either side. I think we'll go... Should we go 2 more there? Make it a little bit bigger. Give this house a bit more prowess. And then we're going to take some cobblestone and we're going to go like that. Now with the cobblestone, we're going to go up just a little bit. I want to go up maybe 2 higher than that. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. And we're going to mix up the cobblestone with andesite just so we've got a nice little texture. But I kind of want to snake this up a little bit so it has sort of a function, or not a function, but you know, it's actually going somewhere. So I think maybe like that, and then we can put the andesite in like that. And you get this nice little thingy. I know people like to do it randomly, but I like to just sort of do shapes. You can play Tetris with mine. You can play Tetris with mine. Then up here, we're going to do something a little bit different. We're actually going to take some cobblestone, or some andesite stairs and some cobblestone stairs, and we're going to take them inwards like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring out some diorite. And the idea of this diorite is to come all the way up to a point. This is essentially going to be our roof. And I'm hoping that this looks all right. I may need to do a little jiggery pokery. Yeah, that's kind of exactly how I want it to go. And there you see it, just sort of peeking out over there. I think it looks really, really cool. It's sort of getting to where I want it to be, but it's still got a lot of work to go. I did decide to strip these in the end, and I think it looks really, really good. Now, the next bit that I want to work on is actually the roof, and I thought we could work out the shape together. We'll start with this side, so we'll just pillar up like so. And what we want to do is we want to kind of start the roof here, and I want to use deep slate for it. So we're going to go deep slate, and then we're obviously going to bring this up here on this side, just the exact same that we've done there. And then we want to make sure that we're going up in somewhat line with this. So we'll go up there, there, and then there, and then we want to do a block here to match that. Oh, actually, yeah, that's fine. That can be reduced by a little bit. That there. No, not like that. You go like that, and then we put a block there. And we may need to take this down by a block in a moment, but we'll see how this looks from downstairs. Proof of concept looks all right. I am not a big fan of this. I think it's a bit too much. I think we could just go with a straight diagonal roof here. The triangle one, I think it'll look actually all right. Okay, I got a little carried away, just a little bit. We've got this side done. I added a couple of dormer windows because I think they really do break up the roof pattern. It makes it look a lot better. And I'm trying to do more things with roofs than I used to do. And I've also tried to use some flowers for a pop of color here. So they're dark oak up there, stripped. I think that looks really cool. It just peeks out a little bit better than being spruce. And just the different color combos here is good. Now, this is great when we look at it from this direction, but not so good when we start looking at it from this direction. As you can see, I haven't really done anything back here. And that's because, well, 1, we want an entrance or an exit back here. And 2, we also want a chimney. So I think we'll probably have an exit here is probably best, I think. But the chimney's got to probably go here. Now, I've never done a chimney before in Minecraft. At least I don't think I have. Before someone like literally goes back on my channel and goes, hey, actually, yeah, you did one. For a first chimney, I'm okay with it. I think I need definitely work on my chimney building skills. But it looks alright and adds a bit more life to the world anyway. As you can see, the back end, not all that great. But it does mean that we now have, you know, we can now put, say, a window here, I think a window would go really good here. Do I have any of these still on me? Yes, I do. So we could pop the window in. And then I've been doing these as shutters on the sides. So there we go. And again, do we want to put a plant over here? I don't think so, because we are going to have a field out here for the cows. And do we want to put anything on this side? You know what? I think we'll do something a little bit different on this side. I think we'll go like this and just have a very different window design. Possibly even do that. Yeah, I think another one would be overkill. But there we go. We've brought a bit of life to this side of the building too. A tad bit of work has been done on the inside. I'm not going to flesh the inside out today, I don't think. Maybe. I don't know. I haven't got an idea for it yet. If an idea comes to me, we'll definitely be doing it. But I've got a few other ideas. And I want to show you something that I've done. I've actually added in a texture pack that changes the sky. I think this just adds so much more immersion to it. And I meant to do this before, like at the beginning of the series. I just completely forgot. But just look at that. It is absolutely beautiful. Now, this is just a pack that I downloaded off the internet. It's not my own, so I'm not going to provide a download link. But what I will do is I will put a link in the description if I remember to where I got this pack from. You need Optifine to be able to do it, but that'll take you to the website where I got this one from. It's from CurseForge, so you know it's a little bit more official. So anyway, I want to get working on the dock. So as you can see, we got a bit more of the outside done here. And this is the side that goes down to the dock. And what I'm thinking is we're going to have like a pathway that comes all the way down here. And then sort of like around here, I'm thinking we wrap a dock around here a little bit. I don't want a very big dock. I just want something where the idea being is that this guy who lives here, he obviously tends to this, and then he would ship his product wherever it needs to go. We've got this like lovely bit of river here, but I do need to do a tad bit of terraforming because right now it's not all that good. Now that I've made the river look a little bit better, I want to get started on this dock, and I've got quite a cool idea in mind. First of all, we're going to go down right here, and then it's just a case of making this how I want it. So we're going to be using, for the floor anyway, just a nice little pattern that I'm going to show you guys here. It's going to just be a mixture of oak, trapdoors, and spruce wood. I didn't make any spruce slabs. That's okay. It's okay. That's fine. So basically, it'll be some like spruce with some oak trapdoors over the top, along with some more spruce. And I do need my bucket so that I can fill that in, but you get the general idea that for the most part, it's going to be spruce with oak trapdoors to give that bit of a feeling. And that's going to wrap all the way around to maybe about there. And just like that, it wraps around. But now we need to work on what we're going to do. Whoops, that was my Q key, not my W key. Now we need to work around what we're going to do around the outside, because I do definitely want this to look like a dock. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to incorporate a couple of dark oak pillars like so. And we're just going to dot these for the most part randomly, except for here. Here we're going to leave a 1, 2, 3 gap, and then we're going to go there. Then we're going to go 1, 2, 3, leave a gap, 1, 2, 3. Place it. Now that we've got those in place, you can see the shape of the dock coming in. And what I want to do is I want to go around and I want to add in some sort of retaining spruce fences here. Now, some places this is going to be very difficult, like here I'm going to have to figure some jiggery pokery out. But in a lot of other places, it won't be. Even when we just have a bit of dirt perking out, it doesn't look that bad. Now that we've got those in places, we can focus on what I want to do here, which is oak wood behind it. Like so. Whoops, we placed one too many oak wood. And then I want to get some stone brick and just create a bit of an arch. And in here, I just want to put storage stuff, maybe a couple of barrels of stuff. The idea is that the fishermen are storing things here ready to go out. Now this one is going to be a bit more awkward to do. And I'm not sure. I think I want to do it like that. I think we'll move this one over just like that. I think that's fine. Today's project is actually really coming together. We got the dock in place. You can see I've got a few of these here. And that is going to be like a little cave or a little insert. But I'm also torn between making it a staircase because I want to raise the dirt here up to this level. So you'll sort of go up here and this will be a hill. But I'm still debating that yet. I may even want to take these a bit further back into the hill at a later date. But for right now, I want to focus on this pathway, which is going to be a combination of blocks. And it's going to be mainly coarse dirt. Because well, I was supposed to like go up like here. But it's going to be mainly coarse dirt and dirt with a little bit of stone here and there, and possibly a bit of spruce. So one of my goals with this series is to focus very heavily on the building and create really wonderful and amazing structures in a world that I want to last for the rest of my channel. Now, yes, there will be seasons, and seasons we will start over in other places, but I want to always be able to come back to this place. And to focus on the building, I have been focusing a little bit more on texture packs. Now, when it comes to texture packs, I don't want to stray too far from vanilla. Nothing that is going to drastically change it, that it won't look any different if you were to play it in vanilla as opposed to the texture pack, but use the texture pack to enhance it like we did with the sky. And that's where I've gone and done this. You can see that we've got this here. I found this texture pack and I really, really like it. And you come out here and it just sort of blends those rough edges together. There is some slight changes to some of the woods, and I'm not entirely certain if I like this. I may go and delete some of these from the texture packs, but for right now we're just going to play with this texture pack. The resource pack is Stay True. I don't know if this is another YouTuber who did this texture pack and I'm just using his work, but it's not my texture pack, it's just one that I found, and I kind of like the way that it makes some of the blocks look like, such as granite, looks so much better in this. And mainly I like this bit, sort of where it just blends these edges together and adds a little bit like stones to the coaster. I think that looks a lot better than what I did before. But I did finish the pathway out here, and it also adds one other thing to foliage, which is this bushiness here. I may do a Frankenstein pack where I just take the best bits of various different packs that I like, but that'll evolve over the course of this series. But as you can see here, this path is also done. This one is a lot more stone, and the ones that run through the village are going to be a lot more stone based as opposed to the sort of coaster one we've got back there. But the idea is that's just a back pathway to his docks. We may do a little town over there or something, but the thing that I want to get done now is all of this here, between this fence and this here, I would like a wheat field. So with the field in and with the field in and the log thrown, words, it's starting to feel a little bit more homey here. And this texture pack, I really do like it. I think these bushy leaves, I really like these connected ones. I'm not fond of the fences in this pack. I may end up deleting that and reverting back to the original fences, but there are other things that I like. And I did put the clouds. I put the clouds on fast, not fancy, but fast. I think it creates this like sort of darkened effect up there, kind of like it. But it just looks really nice and really cool. We've got these bamboo shoots here, which I like. I think it just adds a little bit more to it, but we'll see in the long term. My next task is to start moving these guys into a pen up here, and I'm thinking that they're going to go on this bit up here. The work has been done. Look at this place. Looks absolutely lovely, I think. I really like the immersion of walking around this particular part. I can't wait till we get a much bigger space done like this. Now, I've added this dirt path in here with fields either side, as you can see. Now, I wanted this to be dirt and just a tiny bit of structure, as if he's been walking through his field to get here. Now we come around here and you can't fail to notice their cow pen, which has very few cows in it at the moment because, you know, we need to breed them. Now, there is one thing that I do want to share with you that I've added to the server. If you don't know, I actually run this server. So, yeah, I'm responsible for the technical stuff. But one of the things that I wanted to add to this was something that I see a lot in modded Minecraft. And it doesn't change the game dramatically, it just makes things a little bit easier. And that's when your crops are fully grown. If you just right click, it auto harvests them like this. Saves you having to replant the seeds. It just saves you a little bit of time, especially when you've got fields like this. It's just much easier to do. And this way I can get a bunch of wheat as and when I need it to, and it makes it much quicker and easier and simpler actually to harvest these. But the trouble is I don't have anywhere to store these, and that is not going to look good long term. So I'm thinking of turning something in here into a bit of a storage system. I've got an idea in mind. But first, I forgot to show you guys this. This is a tree that used to be here. It was cut down when the farmer came here, and he just left the stump in. Sometimes these stumps can be quite difficult to remove. I remember when I was a kid, we had one in our garden, and well, we tried the trick of tying a rope around it and to the back of your car. And you know what? It kind of worked. The car didn't get broke, but the tree stump didn't fully come out. So that some tree stumps can be really stubborn. I thought that would be one of them. It just add a little bit of character to break up this constant wheat field. So when it came to the interior, I didn't want to do anything too crazy because I'm still not entirely certain on how I want in here to look. But I know it needs to be practical. Obviously, got the cows outside. So I settled for this. Got the seeds, the wheat, the steak, and the leather. And then when we go up here, we've got access to the upper floor. Not sure if I'm going to do anything up here yet or not. Got barrels there for storage. But it's all ideas and just It's just a general feel for the world. I do want there to be an interior to this building at some point, but I'm not sure what I've got in mind. I did want to put some archways here, but we've got the fireplace in the way, so we can't do that. So I'm not sold on what I want to do. I might do some carpeting, maybe some paintings. I don't know yet, but whatever I want to do, I don't think I have the resources or the ideas to do it just yet. What started in our world as a cow pen and a couple of wheat fields has become something much more. We've transformed this area into a lovely farmhouse with sprawling wheat fields, a nice texture pack, a small dock, but all in all, it's a nice night to say goodbye.
But they hate when you're successful cause they try to be. They sit there being judgmental because you're trying things, and they just want you to settle and do the.
So that is going to do it for this episode. If you've enjoyed the video, please do leave it a like and hit subscribe. It helps out the channel and I really do appreciate it. And don't forget to ring that bell. You can also follow me on social media and check out my other channels. As always, I leave them linked in the description. But I'm KC. Thank you so much for watching. Take care now. Bye.
I'll do what I love till my heart stops beating. I'm feeding this demon. Got a taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change. Play the game that we say. I need a break.